Hello everyone, in this video we are going to explore the case of ACCC and Uber. We chose this case because we can relate to it on a more personal level as we use Uber frequently.
On December 2017, Uber misleading cancellation message started to be displayed. On July 2018, incorrect price range estimate for Uber Taxi started to display. By August 2020, Uber Taxi was discontinued. And on September 2021, the cancellation message was amended by Uber. Finally, on 26th of April 2022, ACCC files proceedings and both parties jointly submitted to the court that a penalty of $26 million was appropriate.
Based on Uber's cancellation policy, UberX, Uber Comfort, and Uber Premier Services have a 5-minute period of free cancellation after the acceptance of booking. The same thing goes for Uber Pool, but within a 1-minute period. However, between December 2017 and September 2021, when consumers selected an option to cancel their trip within Uber's free cancellation period, Uber displayed a message stating that cancellation may result in charge of a small cancellation fee. As a result, the ACCC commenced proceeding against Uber in respect of alleged contravention of the Australian Consumer Law, Section 18, regarding misleading conduct. Uber admitted the cancellation message it displayed between at least December 2017 and September 2021 was misleading because it stated users might be charged a cancellation fee when they cancel their trip, even if those users were seeking to cancel during Uber's free cancellation period. Here is an example of the cancellation screen.
Between June 2018 and August 2020, Uber represented to consumers in Sydney that the price they would pay for an Uber taxi trip was likely to be within a displayed fare range. However, 89% of the time, the fare charged was more than the higher end of the estimate. The ACCC then alleged that the effect of these representations was to deprive consumers of accurate information to permit them to make an informed purchasing decision. Therefore, after proceedings brought by the ACCC, Uber had admitted for breaching Section 18 and Section 29, Subsection 1, Subsection I, about false and misleading representations about the Uber taxi fare.
The judge questioned the adequacy of the sanction given mandatory statutory considerations. The evidence before the court did not indicate the value of service affected by these misrepresentations. It is understood that the financial harm incurred by consumer is questionable, and the fact whether Uber made a financial advantage from the questionable conduct is also uncertain. The court decided a $21 million punishment was justified. The majority of the total penalty was mainly for the cancellation representation, approved at the agreed proposed $18 million, while the proposed penalty of $8 million for the Uber taxi representation was reduced to $3 million because the court could not be satisfied that consumers had suffered substantial financial harm from a false fare range. The court ruled the monetary penalties were warranted to indicate that suppliers of digital services the importance of complying with the ACL. Therefore, Uber had breached Section 18 and Section 29, Subsection 1, Subsection I about a false and misleading representation in the inaccurate price estimate of Uber taxi and cancellation message.
In terms of commercial sense, Uber should be penalized for both the misleading cancellation message and the incorrect Uber taxi fare. The principles guiding the applicable test for establishing whether the conduct is misleading can be found in ACCC and TPG Internet. The court affirmed in TPG Internet that the fundamental question is whether the impugned conduct seen as a whole has a sufficient tendency to lead a person exposed to it into error. Moreover, we can refer to ACCC and Jetstar Airways to the Uber taxi case. Jetstar had violated Sections 18 and Section 29, Subsection 1, Subsection I, by making a false or misleading claim about the price of the services. As a result, this case can be considered commercially viable by referring to these cases. So, what can we learn to assist our daily life? Even though it might not seem like a significant concern for the business, system flaws should be fixed by reflecting the ethics of offering services without misleading the customers.